Uh, yes,
Okay, that was
that's
him.
him.
Okay,
Hmm.
so let me tell you about Dwight. This is nothing bad. Probably 4,000 women hit up Dwight.
I
That's
know.
why we want. That's why we wanting. Like, I'm just giving y'all the harsh, real reality. And when you got 4,000, and most women are. I mean, you're an attractive woman. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Like,
you.
you have your natural hair. You're put together. You got your stuff together. So I would say you're pretty much put together, right? But when I was saying options, he might have, and I don't take this the wrong way, but he might
Mhm.
have 100 women like you.
Guys, welcome back to That Liminal Period. It's your girl, Chun-Li Shoddy. In yesterday's video, I shared a clip from the Kendra G dating show of an average woman seeking a high-value man, and she specifically name-dropped Dwight Thompson. In today's video, I wanted to share his profile because he's going to be talking about his deal breakers as well as mention some of the things that he's actually open to. And I wanted to share it because it's not as extreme as some of the talking points that we often hear in the manosphere. And while I do think we all should strive to be better, I don't think those ideals are always reflective of the people that we meet in everyday life. So without further ado, let's get into today's clip.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Dwight.
Dwight, where you calling us from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. How old are you?
I turned 41 today, actually.
Today's your birthday.
Yeah, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. 41, and you are a tourist, so this is an extra special birthday. What'd you do for your birthday?
Not really much. I just hung out. I worked on some of my own goals and went to see my grandma and linked up with my nephew and great nephew, and we had dinner. And that's about it.
Okay, well, happy birthday, Dwight.
Yeah.
North Carolina. What do you do for a living?
I'm actually retired.
You retired from what?
Federal government.
Federal government. Okay, you have any
Yeah.
kids?
Yes, I have three.
3 kids. How old are your kids?
9, 13, and 16.
Are they all by the same woman?
No, they're not. I'm
How many
41.
women?
Come on now. So three, actually. Three.
Three
So I
women.
had
Have you ever
three.
been married?
Yeah, twice.
Twice. When did you get divorced last?
So it was finalized last year. We've been
Okay.
so in North Carolina, we have to be separated over a year, so it was finalized last year.
Why'd you get divorced?
It doesn't work out, irreconcilable differences, So I'll just leave it at that. So
Okay.
yeah.
Dwight. Okay. I'll leave it at that. It's your birthday. I won't pry too much.
No, go
Dwight.
ahead. Go for it. This is your thing. This is your platform. I want to shout out you actually because your platform is, you're helping a lot of people. You're not out here selling courses, and click the link in the bio to sign up or whatever. So that's what's up. You're not you're adding value, So go ahead, do your thing, whatever the flow is.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes YouTube gets the short end of the stick, and I apologize for that. So I don't bombard y'all with all those other things. And I have my own app dropping this summer, so I think that's another reason why I'm not too big on those things. But
Okay.
nevertheless, I appreciate it, Dwight. Let's go back to you. Dwight, North Carolina, 41. Today is his birthday. Retired from the federal government. Was married. Divorced. What kind of woman you looking for now?
That's a really good question, and I'll tell you. It's really hard to describe, but someone that's a compliment to me, actually. Someone that understands how life works, and someone who isn't all wrapped up in 90s R&B and Disney movies, So
Wait, who's not wrapped up in oh, are you
no, I was a
saying
victim of that myself for a very long time. I was wrapped up in 90s R&B
A victim.
and
explain
Disney.
what you mean by that analogy though?
So, like for myself personally, when I say 90s R&B, if you think of 90s R&B, who do you think of? Name 2 artists you think of.
90s R&B?
Yeah, 90s R&B, something that was like on heavy
Evan
rotation
Campbell.
90s.
Evan Campbell's coming to my mind.
Okay.
Silk, I guess,
So Tevin
Blackstreet.
Campbell, everybody knows the song, and then pretty much he's out here like, girl, all this extra
Well,
stuff.
I was like Tevin Campbell was singing to girls, but he wasn't singing to
Well,
girls.
obviously, yeah, but I mean, other people wrote it, but
No, he was
net,
singing to men, child. He wasn't singing to anybody with a vagina. He was singing
yeah,
to
no,
everybody with a penis,
definitely.
and
But I'm
I
just
didn't
saying
know.
being delivered. They had writers. They had, heterosexual writers that was in there possibly,
Of course.
So basically, so the message and the propaganda that was being put out was, the guy beg and plead and, do all this extra work. And no matter how hard you work in, if she say you're not doing enough, do even more, and that thing, So it took me about 2 years, in the previous relationship to understand that I actually have a lot of value to add to the relationship, where I actually would stand, and that I don't have to be my partner's everything, so.
Okay, so, look, you started something. We're seeing Jodeci in the comments. Cousins bringing up Jodeci, Drew Hill. So
yeah.
I don't know if Kendra G doesn't get it, or maybe the ladies in her comments aren't getting it, but he's basically saying a woman that is based in reality and doesn't fall for the romanticization of love that Disney has done, Hollywood has done. We all grew up on these rom-coms, these R&B music. It was just, again, a lot of men doing the singing and dancing for the attention and affection of women. And that's how some women equate love in their mind. It's how much money is the guy willing to spend on me? How much time is the guy willing to spend chasing after me? Saw it with Serenity from Pop the Balloon. For her, she wanted a certain amount of pressure. She wanted a certain amount of attention from a guy. She wanted him to reach out to her over and over again after she said she was busy. So, yeah. A woman who just understands that life gets busy, life gets tough. I'm not always going to get you flowers every Monday, but I will. I'll remember, and when I do it, appreciate it. And then sometimes reciprocate, show me the love back. You know what I mean?
Before we move forward, are you saying that you feel like, you bring value, so you're not going to be begging for a woman? She needs to appreciate what you bring to. Is that the point we're trying to get?
No, it's more so like someone who understands the law of reciprocity. The relationship has to be reciprocal. The amount of energy that I'm putting in, I'm expecting to receive that back. It's not to the fact that I'm going to bend over backwards and work extra hard, and then the covert individual that comes through and manipulate and tell you, you're not doing enough. Then I go back and replay some old school, R&B or whatever, and like, you know what, I'm not doing enough, and stand in the rain with a boombox or whatnot. You know what I mean? So
that's not you.
Well, not anymore. Yeah. So
not anymore. That used to be you.
A little bit, not a beggar and pleader, but more so of a person that I'm a hard worker. I got
New edition. Can you stand the rain?
Right?
Sunny days. All right. Well, New Edition so dope. They're part of every decade, to be honest, child.
Yeah.
All right. So, Dwight, what's your deal breakers? I'm not even sure we got a deal breakers yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to any deal breakers. Deal breakers for me is just once again, everybody knows their flaws or whatnot, and if they haven't done the work within themselves, then they will already know what the deal breakers are, regardless of the fact. There's no need for me to try to outline them all, because there's a lot of deal breakers out there, a lot of triggers for certain individuals. And just one thing, if you feel as if you're intimidated by me or my presence, or you feel as if you are in competition with me, then I'm not the guy for you. So if you're my partner, there's no need to compete. We're building each other up. We're complementing one another.
Okay, cool. Does she have to look a certain way?
Match my energy. How about that? Match my looks, my physique, whatnot. I'm good with that.
Okay. Now, did you feel in the past that your ex-wife competed with you?
Oh yeah, it gets like that. So I hate to go down this road, but a lot of, I guess, modern women who've grown up in certain circumstances, there are certain places economically, it becomes a competition within the relationship. Once they get into the relationship and then you have exceeded all expectation or have hit multiple milestones, and then all of a sudden you turn to your partner and you try to compete with them. Healthy competition is good, but when it comes to competition, when you start having some sort of hate and discontent, or I can't stand that nigga type of energy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the competition that I'm talking about.
Oh, does the woman got to make a certain amount of money?
Nah, money. No, I'm okay with it. If you're okay with what I got, then we good. You know what I mean? If you want to make extra money, if it were to evolve into something beyond just dating, then we can discuss that at that moment.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam. They've been waiting for this moment.
Why is that?
They asked me, Kendra Cam. I see it in the
I
comment
don't. I
section.
don't see the comments. You got this lobby thing going on over here, so I can't see no comments. So
Yeah,
Kendra
YouTube.
Cam.
I can see they go fast, but I'm able to see the YouTube and the Facebook comments put together, but it just kind of goes fast.
Are we on Facebook?
But let's do the Kendra Cam. Dwight, you stalling?
So what do you want? Hold
You
up.
look good. Why was you stalling?
Let me move my.
And you seem tall. How tall are you?
Do I need to tell you?
I think so.
All right. I'm gonna round down. I'm 6'5".
Listen. Do you know that women always want tall men on my show? This is
exactly.
This is a plus for you, not a
It is a
disadvantage.
plus. It is a plus, but everything that he has going on already has been pluses. So him being 6'5", which is a lot taller than an average man. So for him, probably the last thing that he would want to qualify him as a potential partner for someone would be his height.
Oh, I know. So, like I was telling you, tonight is my birthday, and this is the first day of my new year. So this is sort of like a personal challenge to me. Like I said, I respect your platform and the approach you take. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna get back out here, and why not just bam? I'm right here, like old girl said, bam.
Dwight, I think you're gonna get a lot of responses. I'm gonna make you a highlight for sure.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, well, you're gonna be a highlight. You don't
I know
have
you
a
said don't
choice.
take the video down, but don't make me a highlight though.
You're gonna be a highlight. I'm telling you that right now. So you don't have a choice, and that's why at the start of every show, I say you can be a highlight. So
I
you
know,
come on knowing, and
like I
you're
said,
definitely gonna be a highlight. But I don't see why you don't want to be a highlight.
Oh, I just got back in the house. Like I said, I went out to eat. I was on my motorcycle, so I got helmet head. You know what I mean? I just turned it on and
You're
pushed the
being
button.
too hard on yourself.
No, I'm not being hard, but it's just, and plus I'm not one to be in the limelight, Well, you're gonna go to my Instagram. I only got 3 posts. I might post like once every 6 months, So it's not like I'm not one of those people that need outside validation. I find it within myself,
See, so another reason why I want to share him is because I don't know, again, I don't know these people, is just based on how they're presenting themselves, okay, first of all. But he comes off very genuine and very humble. So I think those are character traits that a lot of women are going to find appealing and attractive. That's why I say it's like sometimes it's not always what you say, it's how you say it as well. And while I'm not out here trying to tone police, sometimes your message get lost in the delivery. He's said some things that in my mind would have been a red flag, or maybe not a red flag, but a little moment of pause, like, hey, like, let's unpack a little bit that ratio you were talking about, the 3 babies and 3 baby mamas. Is that something in your past? Are you looking to commit? A single dad is completely different than a single mom, but overall I do think he is coming off very genuine, very humble, very complimentary. He's not talking down about a woman's career. I think those are things that women find attractive. So
Well, I mean, all that's good, but you're on my show for women to reach out to you. Are you going to check the DMs?
Yeah, because I feel like your platform would be way better than these dating apps, So my grandma told me to get out. I said, my grandma, we're kind of close. We talk every Sunday, but she told me to get out.
Again, and I don't know, again, if this is specifically him dropping it, because this is really great, right? But him mentioning his grandma, him going out to dinner or lunch with his nephew and his great nephew, that sounds very wholesome to a lot of women. They're thinking, oh wow, this is a family man. I want that. He's not out here in these streets. He's working on his goals on his birthday. He's trying to find his wife.
and put myself out there, and I did a couple months back, and I met some very interesting women. I met some very intelligent women as well, but I'm kind of limited, I'm kind of limited. So like I said, with your platform, a lot of these people are a lot more open-minded. It's not superficial, you know. And I've been out of the game for over 10 years, so I don't know how to actually structure, you know, all these pages and things of that nature to be the most marketable person on the earth. So
Oh, that's
you
fine.
allow me to let my personality shine through on this conversation, you know.
A couple things. So I have my own. The Kendra G singles live dating app launches this summer.
Okay.
July, August the latest, but hopefully by July it will be finished.
Okay.
So that's one thing. And I love my platform. I love that I'm coming out on a dating app. But I always do want to tell people your first dating pool is the pool that you see every day. Like your options really are the people you're coming across in your daily lifestyle. Now, granted, yes, my show gives you exposure to literally around the world.
Oh, yeah.
But then the question becomes, are you really going to move? Are they going to move to you? Like, what is
Well,
really the goal of the structure of what you desire? So, your first dating pool are the people you running into every day.
yes.
Yeah. All right.
So
All right.
myself, you know, it's not like I'm out hunting and seeking. I need a wife. I need this, need that. You know, so I've done a lot of work over the last 2 years. You know, and I finally ended my relationship last year, like legally or whatnot. Myself personally, I would like to, you know, find some like real connections. You know, I don't want to jump into someone, meet someone, have a conversation over a week's time, and now we go together. You know, now we're in a committed relationship and people coming in hot and heavy type of situation. I like to. I understand that things worth having are worth building over time. You know, it's more so of an investment within myself and within the relationship itself. You know. Uh,
Yes. I got you. Dwight, I got to ask this. When was your last relationship? Was it your marriage?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When was the last time you was intimate with someone?
I say about 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. What are three flaws you think you might have, Dwight?
Well, three flaws that I've been working on consistently for the last 2 years is procrastination is one. You know, and I've really been working on that. I am I'm loyal to a fault. You know, so uh, at times where I give more of myself than I actually give to myself. You know, so I'm finding out how to set actual boundaries. You know, and actually find a happy median between myself and a partner or people that I have in my life, whether it's platonic, business relationships, romantic.
Okay. And why would a woman be lucky to be with you, Dwight?
Well, she will only be lucky if she was prepared for the opportunity, you know. So, and just the same as me, I'm prepared for the opportunity to meet someone that's special, and so I would also be lucky as well. So,
And there you have it. Dwight, do you want her to be in North Carolina?
uh, it'd be nice. I guess commuting distance, maybe close to a major airport, because I do have the freedom of mobility, and I don't mind hopping on a plane and leaving and going out or whatnot. I do travel to Houston often for my youngest. My other two are here in North Carolina with me. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I have free mobility now to clock in. You know, so if we can set something up, I wouldn't mind.
Okay. And what's the age range you would do? You're 41.
Yeah, you know, that's also a very interesting one too. I think I will go as high as I say 43. Uh,
Dwight, you here to
oh
wrap it
yeah,
up?
yeah. What else you need to know? I'm so sorry about that. It just
What was
froze
the
up.
last question I asked you when we got disconnected? What was the age range you wanted to date?
So yeah, I started with 23. I'm sorry, I started with 43, and I'll go down to you know, that's a really good question. I guess I'll go down as low as 28. I guess.
Okay.
That's like the lowest of the low.
Okay. Do you want more kids?
Before he responds to whether or not he wants more kids, I just want to chime in real quick because even though he's 41, the youngest he'll go is 28, and that's a very mature 28. Most men, most normal, rational men, are not trying to just date 18 and 19-year-old girls like you hear on the Fresh and Fit podcast. No, like that's not the ideal because there is going to be a gap in compatibility. There's going to be a lack of chemistry. And unless you want it to just be a transactional relationship, yeah, maybe then age, like we'll go as young as possible. Maybe age doesn't matter then. But if you're actually looking for a relationship, you kind of have to look within like your peer group, give or take 10.
Do you want more kids?
I'm open. It's okay.
Can she
I
have
already
kids
got three
already?
already. So say again.
Could the woman already have kids?
Yeah, like I said, match my energy. No more than 3, I guess.
All right. All right, Dwight, let's do it. How can she reach out to you?
Yeah. So my Instagram, TikTok is he is Mr. Thompson.
There you guys have it, Dwight Thompson. And as you guys heard at the end, a woman with children is not out of the question for him because he recognized that he has children. Like I mentioned, I don't think that the standards that he has are too far extreme. And I think that is in part what makes him so attractive. It's been several months since this originally aired, and Kendra G shared with us that there's been over 4,000 women that reached out to him or was reaching out to her trying to get information on him. And I think it's more than just the fact that he's 6'5" and that he's retired. I think it's his mannerism, the way he is conducting the conversation, the way he's been complimentary, the details that he's shared as far as what he's doing. Overall, I think women see that and they want a man like that, someone that appears wholesome, that can retire them, right? And then someone also that is not so against your career and against you having children, all of this other stuff. And to be quite honest, I don't think he's going to end up with a single mom. I don't think he's going to end up with a barista. I think he's going to end up with a very intelligent, beautiful woman because now he has the pick of the litter. But the thing is, because his standard was not up here, he didn't come off pretentious. He didn't come off condescending. And I think, again, sometimes people take the comments about communication styles and tone as tone policing. But what I'm trying to express is that you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. But anyways, I've enjoyed today's conversation. Hope you guys did too. And I look forward to speaking with you guys next time. Bye.